Cancelled.
Schweezy.
All right, you animals. It's time for me to solve all your fucking problems, you pieces of shit. Just kidding. I love all y'all who listen to this show. So this is Ask Schweezy, where I solve all your relationship problems, and we go from there. So let's just get started. Let me get into the first one. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
That's rough, buddy.
There we go. Now it's here. Okay. I had to make sure the soundboard was working. Next first question. Should I keep talking to this girl even though she is talking to other people? So I have been talking to this girl I met at a party and got along pretty well. We talk a lot and it's all fun and flirting, and we even told each other that we like one another. But the problem is she seems to be talking to other guys too. Okay. So you're in quite a predicament. Look like you're a young chap out there. So going in through this, you have to realize if she's talking to other guys, she likes you, but she's keeping her options open just in case. That's, I think, what she is doing right now. And best advice I can give you on this one is put in the same amount of energy that she is putting into this. Because if you put in too much, actually, putting in too little is not the worst thing in the world, unless you're dying to be with her. So yeah, basically the big thing I would say is do not put too much energy into her, because you should at least equal the amount of energy she's putting in, because she does not find you a priority. She's still keeping her options open at this point. She's not treating you as a potential ride or die, which Volume 1 and 2, Ride or Die by Schweezy, out now wherever you get your music to stream on. So go check those out, especially Volume 2. That one just came out. So basically, the best advice you need right now, best thing I can say is that she only put as much energy into her as she is putting back into you. Because if you put too much energy into her, you're gonna have a rough experience. And
This is the type of guy you get.
Sorry.
That's rough, buddy.
So yeah, you know what the fuck's going on. I think because I've been in the experience where you put too much into someone and gives too much energy to someone, and they fucking ruin everything.
Be gone, fuck!
Okay, so yeah, I guess that's the lesson of the game. Only put as much energy into her as she will put into you. Okay? That's the way it is. All right. Next question here. Christian relationship issues. All right, might be my specialty. I'm 24, my fiance is 21. We are saving sex for marriage because she wants to. I don't really want to, but it's a deal breaker for her, and I think she's worth waiting for marriage. We've gone too far physically a handful of times. I have managed to resist even in initiating, even though I get super horny. Different times she has initiated by asking me to take her clothes off, touch her breast, French kissing me passionately, or straight up asking me to have sex with her. Usually when she initiates, I am hesitant to ask her if she is sure, and she says yes. Then after we make out, heavily pet each other, she blames me for not caring about her chastity/purity and only caring about sex. I feel it is unfair because she keeps initiating going too far. I have not yelled at her for initiating going too far because I don't want to add any more shame/blaming into the conversation and forgive her. How do I fix this? Okay, yeah, you are engaged. But the thing is, I feel like you might be engaged to have sex. And that's why Christian marriages a lot of times end too quickly. I have friends who, it's weird though, because when you do the Christian thing for a while, like people get married super young, and then they get divorced, and now I'm seeing my friends get married for a second time, and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. So, and that's the thing, that's the real problem with Christian, really, the purity thing. They're putting the purity chastity thing on a pedestal. And it's idolizing, which in the Bible, it does say that you shouldn't have other idols before God, and her chastity and purity has been made an idol before God. And
This is the type of guy you get.
Why do I keep pressing that one? Oh, they're right next to each other, that's why.
That's rough, buddy.
Here's the thing, though. you do first have to talk to yourself into thinking, hey, am I only engaged to her so I can have sex with her? Because if you're only doing that, there's a lot more problems there, buddy. Things are not going to end well if you're only engaged to have sex and waiting for marriage. And honestly, there's nowhere in the Bible where it says that you have to wait till marriage to have sex. And there's no concrete, this is biblical marriage between a man and a woman. But yeah, but then like, didn't David and Solomon have tons of wives and shit like that? So there's no concrete anything. And marriage came before the Bible, FYI, if you want to go that way too. So I think y'all are very serious. Hopefully you're very serious with each other. Hopefully I'm not wrong about the whole you're engaged so you can have sex type situation. I feel like you guys are pretty ride or die, which is Ride or Die Volume 2 by me is out now. Go stream that wherever you stream your music. So that's for sure. You also have the situation, heavily, but yeah. I think that's the big thing here. I think you're idolizing her. She's idolizing your purity, chastity too much. This is a her problem though, not a you problem. You're just really sexually frustrated and shit like that. I think the best thing, yeah, because you guys are. If her Christian guilt is in the way, maybe you could just ask her to start giving you blowjobs, or maybe I don't usually go for the poop hole loophole, but maybe if it helps her with her chastity, maybe see if you can do anything with the poop hole loophole. That way she can still stay pure in the eyes of God. But you get to stick your dick in her butt, because I think that's the only thing here. 'Cause if I can't change her mind, maybe figure out another option to do that. So, or maybe when she says she wants to have sex with you, just go for it. And then that way she'll no longer have her chastity or whatever the fuck she's idolizing herself as. Maybe that's the answer. Maybe just have sex with her so she doesn't have it anymore. And then she can't complain. And then she'll be mad at you. And if it doesn't work out, then you don't have to marry her, because that could be a problem. So maybe I solved your life. Maybe I just fixed your life, bud. So that's the way when you want it the most. There's no easy way out. All right. So yeah, maybe just have sex with her or do the poop hole loophole. That's the only thing that's going to get to her. She really wants to save it for marriage. Let's go. Okay. All right. I can't believe I just suggested the poop hole loophole to people. All right. And to 20-year-old adults too. The girl I'm dating slept with a coworker I see every day before we started dating. There's a girl that I have been dating for a time. We see each other almost every day and do lots of couple activities. She's really into me and I'm really into her, so the vibes are really good. Today she told me that before we met, she had sex with one of my coworkers, which I work kind of close with. I really don't care who she had sex with. As far as I know, that person, or I don't have to see that person, but I feel so uncomfortable knowing that I will have to talk with this coworker so often. It's kind of uncomfortable. Also, talking to this coworker will be a constant reminder. Have you ever lived anything similar? I want to get rid of this jealousy feeling. I'm not burning inside or anything, but I feel pretty bothered and uncomfortable about this. I didn't tell her. Sounds like a good case of get the fuck over it, buddy. So look, this was before you. She didn't cheat on you with this guy. You just got his sloppy seconds, if you want to use that term. I'm using that term, and that's how we're continuing everything today. So yeah, it sounds like you just might have to get over it. One thing I can suggest, don't talk about boning the same woman, because that'll get weird really quick. I can tell you that will get weird very, very, very fast. Why do I keep hitting the mic stand? I don't know. Yeah, that's the only thing. Just grow the fuck up. He's just your coworker. If you want to, only talk to him when you have to. And don't bring up fucking the same chick. Maybe that's the thing. Are you going to bring up fucking the same chick? Because if you do, then it's gonna get awkward. So man, I got your sloppy seconds, and then maybe actually it could be a good thing. Maybe you're like, don't you hate it when she does this in bed? Like, yeah, I do hate that. Maybe you have a friend in common. So either make the best out of it, Or don't bring it up, because bringing it up could just lead to making things, a lot worse. A lot worse than they probably have to be, because no one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Love's like DOA, just like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. Yeah, good one, Ross. All right. That's all I really have to say. Is like either in this relationship, you're either gonna have to in the situation, you're either gonna have to say, you're either gonna talk about it and become better friends with your coworker because of it, or just don't bring it up. Because if you don't bring it up and just realize that was a past life, and this is your new life, and past lives don't matter, because I tell all my friends their lives before me are BS, which stands for before Schweezy, and your life before me does not matter. That's why it's called BS, because it did not matter until I showed up into your life. That's how it's going, folks. Okay. Now let's move on. Let's move on to our next one. I hate it when people look through my phone, and my girlfriend keeps insisting on doing it. It gives me such extreme anxiety from my family going through it when I was younger, but she just says I'm hiding things. She always wants to go on it. Example, asking to go through my Instagram or Twitter and look at my messages, and today she wanted to look through my camera roll, 2,000 plus pics and vids, most from before we dated. I said yeah initially, as I felt super pressured, but I eventually ran away to the toilet where I am now. I don't know what I can say to get through to her how much I hate it and how I just wish she wouldn't. So I don't think hopefully you're not on the toilet anymore, because we have to organize these way in advance. What I will say for you, my friend, so there's a couple things I probably get. You probably have some weird family issues, and them going through your phone was a weird privacy thing, and now you have privacy issues. That's probably the situation you're in. But with the girlfriend, if she's cool, which hopefully you're dating a cool person.
I like that.
She will not be the worst about it. And she'll be cool. So she wants to go through your phone. Mainly, so here's the thing. It looks like you have trust issues. Now, my thing is, I don't have anything too much to hide. So unless a child wants on my phone, in that case, I am worried, because I have a lot of weird shit on my phone. And a lot of heavy videos. And I don't want to scar a child because I let them look at my phone, okay? That's just this type of guy. Oh.
This is the type of guy you get.
So that's my thing, but if it's like a girl I'm dating, like, yeah, sure, I'm not hiding anything. Because they're probably checking if you're cheating, so you have to prove that you're not cheating. Now, the pics and stuff before you dated sounds like you got some cool shit on your phone. Now, if you want to set it up, figure out a way to back that shit up somewhere, like on a Google Drive or something like that. Because good chance she won't go through your Google Drive, that's for sure. But she may go through your pics in text. So you win, you lose, you sing the blues. That's how it kind of works, my friend. But the thing is, you're gonna have to figure it out. Talk to her about maybe issues from your family. You have to confirm with her that you're not cheating and you're not doing anything suspicious. And worst case scenario, you got to hide the good nudes that you were hiding from her, because that, my friend, could be your downfall. Tickets to Your Downfall by Machine Gun Kelly, which I'm not sponsored by his album. And I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I don't have to. So trust issues is probably the problem you have right there. And you may need to see a therapist or listen to more Cancel Schweezy, because that's basically a substitute for seeing a therapist is Cancel Schweezy.
And I really like that.
Or start your own podcast, because those are good for not seeing a therapist. All right. I guess I'll end it there. Next question I have here It's normal to want another sexual partner in a relationship. That's not a question. That's just a statement. Hello, my boyfriend talked about the topic because he mentioned many times that he would like to watch that he likes watching threesome porns and would like to have one with another woman. I'm really insecure and have low self-esteem and tend to hurt myself with dark thoughts. I know that he has many nudes of girls he's hooked up with on his phone because he never deletes pictures and talks about them a lot. There were so many that I can't even count them, and there seems to be someone else every day. Because of his long sexual history, I keep having nightmares of him wanting to have sex with someone else. I told him that about my fears, and he said that it's normal to want to do that with another person in a long relationship. I couldn't agree with that, so he called me childish. I told him that the things he said just increased my fear, but he said that I need to accept this fact so that it won't hurt me when it happens. I can't explain it well, but hearing such words hurts me. Has anyone else ever been in a situation? How did you deal with your fears of jealousy? I don't want to be afraid and doubt everything. So, my friends, what it sounds like to me is that you are being gaslit. And this guy, I kind of feel like when you bring up past relationships in a current relationship, it needs to be relevant to a story that you're talking about. You don't just bring that shit up. That's fucking weird. Another thing is, so he wants a threesome. That's for sure. Let's go with that first. So he wants a threesome. However, he's in a long-term he's in a serious relationship with you, and you do not want another woman in. You don't want to have a threesome with another woman involved. That's what it sounds like. And look, the threesome, or as I like to call it in my world, winning the belt. Winning the belt means male, female, female threesome. To me, that a threesome like that is not for a relationship, man. That is for being single and slinging dick left and right to any woman who wants it. That's how I determine that. That's how I'm determining that situation. What else I'm saying, though? Yeah, it sounds like you have low self-esteem, and he's trying to gaslight you into doing that shit. When he brings up nudes and other girls he's hooked up in the past to you, that's when you start a fight. That's when women start a fight. Take that to your advantage, ladies. That is when you start a fight, because that's not normal. That's when you bring up a fight. Are you going to delete those pictures or what? Because it makes me feel insecure, and I hate that you have that. And then you don't let him up because he is gaslighting you. Because if you don't want to be gaslit, you got to keep moving forward and not let the other person win. That is the secret to not getting gaslit. I would know because I do it to Micah all the time.
Hashtag pray for Micah.
I get to see him next week. I'm excited for that. So yeah, don't let him do that shit to you. And start a fight. Start a fight if he's bringing up past relationships. Okay. Let's do the next one. I don't know. Oh, we only have 2 left. Okay. I'm doing like 2 less to try to like even out everything, but let's move on to it. My husband built me a crappy computer and it's ruining our relationship.
That's rough, buddy.
I'll try to keep this brief. I have been working on Mac since I was 12 years old. It's pretty much the only platform I know and am comfortable with. I can manage on a PC if I need be, but I immensely prefer my current electronics. Well, I am currently finished my PhD on a MacBook that I got in 2015. It started to lag behind quite a bit to the point where I am struggling to complete my required work. I immediately thought it was a good time to upgrade to start looking for an iMac. That's when trouble started. My husband quickly became derogatory towards the Macs, telling me their specs are so bad for the price and that he could build me a great PC 3 times as powerful for half the price. I was really hesitant that my work outlet is not something I want to skimp on, but I knew how passionate he is about these things and thought that I could probably get accustomed to the new platform fairly quickly, provided it got the job done. Fast forward a month later, and he has a lot of trouble finding a GPU for obvious reasons. Currently, for those you don't know, GPUs are in short supply, which means the price has skyrocketed. He ended up on a basic one under the market value, $150, and ordered it in again. I was skeptical, but he kept repeating that even at that price, the graphics card was better than what Mac offered. Once we got all the pieces, he assembled the thing, and well, you guessed it, it's really wonky. It starts up, gets to the main page, but the GPU won't upload the drivers. Hope I am making sense. Yep, you're making sense to me. And the computer is stuck in a 90s look. The welcome screen won't even fit the entirety of my monitor. I am immensely disappointed that as he invested a lot of our joint money into upgrading his computer and building me a new one with the spare parts plus a few things. I know it sounds dumb, but I spend 90% of my day on this thing. I'm on the verge of tears just writing this. The tower at my feet feels like a giant waste of money. When I try to bring it up, he gets super defensive and says things like, well, I never had an issue with a GPU before, and you're saying it's my fault and stuff. I just don't know what to do. I'm so disappointed. Please help. How should I approach him? Am I just a spoiled brat who can't handle normal computers? I don't know what to think. It sounds like the GPU you're using is shit. So that's the problem here. So wait, does this sound like I'm reading this correctly? I'm kind of looking over here. It says custom to new platform, finding basic GPU. He ended up finding a basic one at market value and ordered it in. Again, I was skeptical. Once we got all the specs, he assembled the thing, and well, you guessed it, really wonky. It started up, gets to the main page, but I'm immensely disappointed. Building me a new one with the spare parts plus a few things. It sounds like he built himself a new computer and gave you his shitty old parts and is justifying it. So, yeah, from what it's sounding like, the GPU you were using sucks dick. Only thing really you can do in that situation, wait for prices to go down on that. However, though, like he is right when in normal circumstances, though, building a computer with better specs than a Mac is doable. However, in your situation, it would probably be better for you to just get an iMac, and if you're not interested in the M1 MacBooks or Macs or MacBooks, you can always just get the Intel ones that are previous that they're probably trying to sell and get rid of. Buy one refurbished because that's probably better, and then just sell that computer's parts because that's fucking a waste of money. And I actually watched a video like say I bought like a 2018 MacBook, but then like 2 years ago, and then now I'm buying a new M1 MacBook. But with the old one, I could make more money if I took it all apart and sold each part individually instead of selling it as one whole unit. Very weird, but yeah, it gets the job done. So maybe you could do something like that. That's the only thing I could really say. Maybe find like a good deal on a MacBook and maybe just buy that because that's not working. And he's going to have to realize that he built a shitty ass computer for you and it's not getting the job done. He's a PC Master Race guy, so obviously he's going to be in on all that shit and trying to be a little defensive, but he's got to realize that he can't be right on all things. And Macs just work. That's the thing, that with Macs, they just work. PCs, you have to fiddle around with everything to get them to work. And all the PC purists are going to do it. It's like, if you like spending time just dicking around trying to get things to work, PCs are great. But if you just want things to work, Macs are all the way. That's why I still use Macs. That's why I have this big chungus iPhone I just got, and I'm going to still use. So that's that. So let's get into our final question of the evening, folks, because that's the way it is. Okay. I snooped on girlfriend's laptop and found some disturbing fiction about me. She's been acting strange towards me lately. Some days she seems cheerful and we have long and nice conversations. Some days she seems passive-aggressive and only responds with a weird snark in her voice. She insists everything is fine, but it's not the first time she has hidden her feelings for me. In a desperate move, I did a very shady thing. When she was out the house, I logged on to her computer and looked around her browser history and messages to see if there was something I've done wrong. Instead, I found a bunch of short stories about her living as a single mother with our future children because someone murdered me. Most of it revolves around her monologuing to the villain who killed me. I'm a very forgetful and sometimes lazy person, and I assumed that I had forgotten something or said something wrong, or maybe her feelings about me had changed. But now I'm both disturbed and confused about her writing. What do I even do now? Either I pretend that nothing has happened and be disturbed, or I confess to snoop through her stuff, which will create a big breach of trust. All right, so you've gotten yourself in quite a pickle.
That's rough, buddy.
So, first of all, so here's the thing here. So, yeah, you obviously snooped around her laptop to find that shit. So, you have to realize, are you wanting to bring first of all, you have to decide, do you want to bring it up or do you just not want to bring it up and ignore the situation forever? Because if you do bring it up, there is going to be a fight and you're going to fight about you snooping through her stuff. That fight's going to happen. You could also just not bring it up and just know that she did, and maybe one day she'll show it to you, and then you're like, oh, wow, cool story about me dying and you raising kids, but I was murdered. So that's it. But maybe that's weird that she brought you up, and not like, it's weird that you were murdered and she didn't like create a fictional family that was murdered. That's a little weird, that it's you who died. So that's a very fun thing. So, really the best thing in this situation, honestly, yeah, to be honest, like the best thing you can do in this situation, ignore it. And I would say ignore it, don't bring it up, but I would also keep snooping on it, because if something gets worse, at least you know what you can do. And maybe, I think there's an idea that if you think she's going to kill you, tell your friend about this story. Say it's no big deal, but I snooped on it. And if you do end up being murdered, you have a suspect. Maybe do that, maybe just to be safe. No way she gets caught. And but in the most part, maybe just leave it alone. Unless you want to fight about snooping, then you can bring it up, and that could change things very quickly. So that's all I can really say in regards to that. Yeah. So she's either trying to kill you, letting off some steam, or trying to be creative, which is not very good creativity. In my book, murder porn has been overdone, and maybe figure out something else to do. All right. Hey, thank you for checking out that highlight from Cancel Schweezy. Now, I hope your brain cells don't hurt. We got more highlights available now everywhere. We also got more full episodes as well. If you want to watch a full episode of Cancel Schweezy, available now, right here, right now, available now. If you liked everything, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you get notified when new highlights and episodes come up. And leave a comment, like, and stay awesome.